Hey guys, this is Shelly Svay. I'm Shelly Svay. I am just starting my own vlog. I have tried to blog this so many times and just I keep starting over and I can't get the feeling that I want to express in a blog. So I'm going to attempt to do this as a vlog because, as many of you know, I really enjoy talking. So here we go. I don't know if this would be considered a bitch or a moan or an education or what, but cancer in this country is at an all-time high. 1 in 2 men and 1 in 3 women will develop cancer in their lifetime. And I was one of those 3. I never imagined in my lifetime that I was going to get cancer. I always considered myself healthy. I worked out. I thought I ate well. But 2 years ago was diagnosed with stage 3B melanoma cancer. And scared out of my mind and following my doctor's advice, they had a standard protocol. And that protocol is surgery. They want to cut you up, then they fill you up with poison and radiate you. And that is the protocol in this country. Fortunately for me, someone sent me a link to thetruthaboutcancer.com. And thank God that they did. Because the first video changed my way of thinking about my cancer. So, try to be brief on my story. Almost 5 years ago, I changed my lifestyle. I started eating more organically, taking whole food nutrition, supplements, that sort of thing, stopped with the Diet Coke, stopped with the artificial sweeteners, colors, and flavors, just completely changed my lifestyle. Well, fast forward 3.5 years, I get diagnosed with cancer. We're down at the Mayo. They do a skin search. There's no cancer on my skin. It has gone into my system where it went into a lymph node, and that lymph node got infected from some bacteria and it blew up to the size of a golf ball, which is how I found it. Went to the hospital. They thought it was an abscess, took me into surgery, drained it, sent the tissue off to the lab because it was necrotic, and found that there was melanoma in the cells. I then went to the Mayo. They did surgery and removed 25 lymph nodes, and of those 25, only the one had melanoma. It contained a 3-millimeter tumor encased in the lymph node, and my body had killed 90% of that lymph node. So when we met with the radiologist, he said that they had a panel of 15 doctors that were discussing my case because I was considered an anomaly, that I had no cancer on my skin and only 1 lymph node containing it. He told me that I needed radiation immediately. 13 of the 15 doctors said, I need radiation right now. I looked at him and laughed. I said, really? I said, this makes no sense to me. It was only going to increase the odds of it not coming back in that area by 10%. From 20% to 30%, which aren't even good odds anyway. So they wanted me to do this radiation right away. It was only going to improve my odds by 10%, but it was going to increase the odds of me getting lung cancer or breast cancer. So I looked at him, I said, why would I do that? I said, that makes no sense to me. Here I am, no cancer on my skin, went into a lymph node, my body started killing the lymph node, and I'm just going to take the risk and not do it. So then we met with the medical oncologist, and they, wanted to put me on a drug called ipilimumab. Well, I had done a little bit of research on that, and some of the side effects were pretty nasty. It's helped other people. I'm not saying don't do it. For me, it was not the right choice. I chose not to do it. I chose other alternatives, and I'm glad that I did, because a little over a year later, I was cancer-free. There were no hot spots on my scans. There was no sign of cancer on my scans. Here I am 2 years later, and I'm still cancer-free, and I intend to be cancer-free for the rest of my life. which is why I'm so passionate about telling people that cancer is not the problem. The problem is our environment and what we're putting in our bodies. I can think of 7 people in the last 2 years who had cancer. 6 of them are dead. Only one of them actually listened to what I said, and they're still alive because of it. Well, I shouldn't say that. They already led a somewhat healthy lifestyle. They just were open to being even healthier. And that's what people need to understand. You're going to get cancer. 1 in 2 men is going to get cancer. 1 in 3 women is going to get cancer. You may already have some other disease, diabetes, Crohn's, Alzheimer's, diverticulitis, arthritis, migraines, whatever it is. If you change your lifestyle and stop eating the crap that we're putting in our bodies on a day-to-day basis, at the grocery stores are filled. What is it? 90 cents of every dollar spent at a grocery store is spent on a processed food. Convenience stores are on every corner. Fast food, every corner. How much do you actually spend when you go out and eat? I guarantee you, you put that money towards healthy, whole food nutrition and supplements. You're going to feel better. You may even alleviate any symptoms you have of your diseases, and you can help yourself prevent cancer. Guys, this is not a difficult concept. It's just that people have been so ingrained to listen to their doctors that they don't know any better. Doctors, we rank 37th in the world in healthcare, called sick care, really. We rank dead last in the top 17 industrial countries in the world. Our healthcare in this country sucks because Big Pharma and the FDA run this country. Cancer is never going to be cured in this country because it's too big a moneymaker. Doctors, and I'm not lumping all of them, there are good doctors out there who actually want to help. I think all doctors really want to help, but they just don't know any better. They're required to take 1 semester of nutrition in medical school. And how long are they in medical school? Like 7 years? 1 semester. And they're taught about vitamins and, that. They're not taught about the heart of nutrition. They're taught about vitamins and that sort of stuff. Just stuff that they can actually tell their patients about. They're not allowed to tell their patients or refer them to holistic doctors or any natural medication like that because their license prohibits it. They can get in trouble. Excuse me, I'm getting way worked up about this, sorry. Bottom line is that this country is sick. And until you make a change in your life, you are going to continue to be sick. That's the bottom line. There are easy ways out there to get whole food nutrition, to get whole food supplements, whole food vitamins at like $10 a day. Just ask yourself now, what are you spending a day on stuff that doesn't benefit you? Could you do $10 a day on stuff that does benefit you? Could you do alternatives? Could you take one bad habit and replace it with a good habit for 90 days? Could you do that? If the answer is yes, then do it. Do it. It's not hard. It really isn't. If I can do it, anybody can do it. Because I was as skeptic as the next person. But when you get diagnosed with a serious disease and you're told that you only have a 20, see, now I'm tearing up, damn it. When you are told you only have a 20% chance of survival, sorry, you change your tune really quick. You got to ask yourself, what is your life worth? I'm not going to tell you that insurance covers any of this because they don't. This is stuff you're going to pay for out of pocket. But you can pay for it now or you're going to pay for it later, I guarantee it. And before I start crying further, I'm going to end this video. This is my first one of hopefully many in a series, and I appreciate you watching me. If you have any questions, comment below, and I will get back to you. Thanks so much. Bye.